As you can see, this is the car that we're going to be building, or at least working on. I've started to build. I've done a fair amount of the fabrication so far, but today we're going to be mainly working on the battery casing for the battery. This is the battery I'm going to be using, and I'm hoping to be able to build a case to fit it snugly around about there. That's there. So it's snugly just next to the petrol tank, and then we've got all our live leads around here, and we'll just earth it somewhere onto the chassis. So that's going to be the job for today. Now, as we can see, the battery does almost fit in there. It goes nicely around the petrol tank. There's a little nick here with the petrol tank. So we've got to build some sort of casing to hold it into place. We can use this back bar along here, and we can use the bar in down the side of here. Obviously we're going to have to come off this bit to square it all up. So what we're going to first do is take this out. I've got to build a good floor panel off here for the battery, and then we're going to make measurements from this piece, come around here and up to this piece of steel here. Then we can at least place the battery in and then start building the case around that. So what I've done, I've cut two pieces of steel, one just over the length of the battery to rest on here on the piece of metal that's holding the suspension spring, just above the suspension spring, sorry. It's going to come along here, then I need a smaller piece of steel just to go underneath there, which I've cut also. So this will sit on here, that will sit across there like so, and keeping all that nice and level. What I need to do now is make another set just like that, tack weld those together, bring them over and then tack them into the car. So, as you can see, I've now tack welded those into the car, and nice and level for the battery to sit on. I've also tack welded in another bar just along here to level all that up so the battery's got something flush to go against. I'm now going to weld in a bar just along there and another bar along there, which I've cut to the right angle to fit against the bar rising up. The battery's then going to sit in this area over here, and then I can start to build the frame around the battery. So now that's done, you can see that the framework is actually all built now. I've even added another bar down here for the bottom of the battery to push up against, and so the battery now should slot nicely in, like so, and it's a pretty good fit inside there. I'm now going to build walls up the side of here, bring them around each way, make a proper case so that when we build the casing out of tin later, it'll be able to slot straight in, and then that'll be the casing for the battery complete. As you can see, with the battery in there now, you can see that I tack welded in a small little piece here just to hold this top part level for now. What we're going to do is we're going to cut this little part out so we can bring the bar straight out across here, and then we'll be able to join the whole lot up right the way around as a frame. Put an extra leg in underneath here, maybe some support elsewhere, and then that should hold the battery the chassis part of the battery casing pretty strong. And that's it. That's the battery case, all done. Well, the main parts anyway. I'm just going to add some strengthening bars around here and around the back end, and then maybe some strengthening bars linking it to the chassis at some point. And then that's it, battery case complete. And there it is, one finished completed battery case. Next time we're going to be working on strengthening the back end of the car around the petrol tank, but still making it accessible to get the petrol tank out. And then hopefully we'll be working our way down the car, down the drive shaft into the engine bay, and maybe doing some strengthening in there. Depends on what time we have.